How to use Poliwrath. Poliwrath has some good stat distribution overall. Also, I don't know why it's blurry. I tried to re-render it a couple times, and hopefully it doesn't happen because it just feels like the video is a bit smudgy right now, and I really don't know what's going on. But back to the stats. It has good stat distribution. I mean, 90 hit points, 95, 90 on the defenses, 95 attack. Its attack actually got buffed in the 6th generation. It used to have 85 base. Now it's at 95 base, which is nice. For a bulky physical attacker, you know, you don't really need to worry about the speed. And as a physical attacker, the special attack isn't something that you really care too much for. So its stat distribution is actually on point, which is really nice. It also has the water fighting typing. It's a crazy typing. So many weaknesses, so many resistances. Overall, it's really weird for a bulky Pokemon to have this because you have the opportunity to have a good setup. You have the potential to, you know, to resist a lot and have some time to get the momentum going. At the same time, there's also just a lot of things that can hit you super effective and make your setup really difficult. On top of that, I'm also trying to remember to put in the physical typing as well, that offensively, fighting hits dark, ice, normal, rock really well, and water hits fire, ground, and rock. So you have a good super effective coverage, but at the same time, you also have a high resistance coverage that you are resisted by bug, fairy, flying, poison, dragon, grass, and water, and Ghost. So it's kind of crazy to just see the distribution overall for Poliwrath, both offensively and defensively. So let's hop into Pokemon Showdown and see what we can make out of Poliwrath, and this is where I get a bit upset. Poliwrath has a very outdated, I feel, kind of move pool. That it doesn't have close combat, it doesn't have any kind of really crazy stat boosting moves or anything that really gets it snowballing into a good position. That it does have the ability Water Absorb, which has great double synergy. It also has, what is it? Swift Swim, which has great double synergy, but really the best I can come up with is just like a Leftovers Protect and Singles, because I feel like there's a lot of better doubles Pokemon for a combo like that. You can just go Power Up Punch Protect, Waterfall Body Slam, and these are kind of the strongest moves Poliwrath has. Now, I do acknowledge that it has access to Hypnosis, but I just do not trust that 60% accuracy, even though it is the original Hypnotoad. But on top of that, looking at doubles, even with Swift Swim, you could go with an interesting EV spread that, you know, this will make you outspeed a lot, give you some residual bulk, and then make your offenses strong. But for double attacking moves, you really only have Earthquake and Rock Slide, and there are better Pokemon that get stabbed with Earthquake and Rock Slide. That could work better on a combo, and even just better Swift Swim Pokemon overall that provide more synergy. So in doubles, I just feel that, you know, the move pool doesn't complement Poliwrath well enough. And then if you're going for the singles EV spread, you know, you go full hit points, try to balance out the defenses with that impish nature, and you can get some use out of it, even though it's not the best, because unfortunately Poliwrath has just some weird moves from like the old days, like Submission, Quarter Recoil, 80% accuracy with 80 power. That has nothing on close combat or moves like Flare Blitz, Wild Charge in this day. So really, it feels like if Poliwrath gets some really good ORAS tutors, it can make a big difference. But other than that, it's a really tough Pokemon to use. So as for other offensive options, you do have Sub Punch, so you have Substitute into Focus Punch. That can hit pretty hard, but I just feel like with your wide amount of weaknesses, it's a really tricky thing to get set up and get using. So I don't know about Sub Punch really being incredibly reliable, but you also do have Rest Talk, that people will set up, you know, Spikes, Stealth Rock, and they'll go into Sleep Talk Rest with your tankiness. So let's go Sleep Talk, Rest, and then have the move Circle Throw. Get a little bit of chip damage, try to force people out, and then you can also have the option of Scald. Now, Scald isn't going to provide you a lot of damage, but if you get that burn while you're switching Pokemon out, it can work pretty well. But overall, it seemed just like a really tricky Pokemon to use, and that's all I've got for Poliwrath. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's how you use Poliwrath. Welcome back, Wolfpack. Brolister, and today we're going to be talking about